Welcome to my Heart of Fear raid series. To start this series off, I'm gonna upload a VOD with some commentary to quickly give you a rough boss guide, while I'm working on finishing the detailed raid guides, but that's still in production. Let's take a look at the Windlord MEL'JARAK fight. This fight entirely revolves around your ability to push high damage through a window of damage amplification. It's both the easiest and fastest way of finishing the fight. If you're not able to properly utilize the damage amplification, the fight becomes a bit more risky and quite a bit prolonged. For this quick guide, I'll cover the strategy which utilizes the damage amp to its potential, but it's worth noting that the VOD you're about to see fails to utilize the damage amp well enough to have a quick kill time. Before we play the VOD, I'll talk about the strategy and then we'll take a look at how it plays out. Starting off, you'll see the boss with 3 ad types in groups of 3. Each group of ad share HP pool and you can CC a maximum of 3 ads at a time. Each ad brings some mechanics to the fight, but you will CC 3 of the same ad type, so you only have to deal with 2 mechanics from the ads. When any ad type dies, it enrages the boss for 30 seconds, causing him to deal more damage and take 600% damage amplification. This is going to be your window to kill the boss, and proper execution and damage funneling will result in kill times close to 1.5 minutes. We have 3 ad types, being the Amber Trappers, the Battle Menders, and the Blade Masters. In this strategy, the Amber Trappers will be permanently CC'd, so we'll just remove them entirely from the equation. The mechanics we'll cover during the VOD, but the strategy is heavily relying on our ability to quickly kill the Battle Menders so that the boss receives its damage amplification. Once that's done, we can use passively cleaving classes such as Arms Warriors with Sweeping Strikes to cleave off of the boss with damage amp to finish the Blade Masters. In order to CC the Amber Shapers, there are racks of spears on the outsides of the room, which you can pick up and use to CC the Amber Shapers for 1 minute at a time. Going into the VOD here and watching this play out live, we're starting off and we're basically holding all CDs related to single target for when the boss reaches their damage amplification phase. We're popping AoE spells plus priority cleave off of the Menders to get them down as soon as possible so we can start leaning into the boss. The Menders do 2 things. Occasionally, they cast Mending, which needs to be kicked, and we assign 1 player to kick each one of the Battle Menders. Additionally, they cast Quickening every so often, which places a stacking buff on all the enemies. This needs to be mass dispelled or even purged, so it gets removed from the boss and perhaps some of the ads as well. The Blade Masters have one ability called Corthic Strike, in which they target a random player, and after a few seconds they deal massive physical damage to the target. Pretty simple. What you need to do is that you need to top this player and make sure that they're full HP before the damage goes out. And that's going to cover all the ad mechanics. As soon as the damage amplification hits the boss, I would strongly suggest that you pop all your offensive cooldowns, bloodlust, potions, and whatever you have available. You should aim to push the boss as low as possible while monitoring the debuff timer so that you can kill the Blade Masters right before the buff is expiring on the boss, and you can continue the damage amplification until the boss is dead. The caveat to this strategy is that any ad type that was killed will respawn after 45 seconds, so your goal is to kill the boss before any respawns occur. All you need to do is re-CC the Amber Trappers and worry about the boss mechanics, which we're going to cover next. So essentially, the boss has 3 important mechanics which you need to worry about. The first thing are the wind bombs which you can see around the room. And if you played Celestials, you know just how this works out. By stepping in them, they explode and deal huge damage to the raid, so avoid doing that at all costs. Next, the boss has an ability called Whirling Blade, in which he targets a random player and throws a boomerang type ability. You should spread slightly so that multiple allies don't get hit by this ability, since it hurts quite a lot. The last ability is called Rain of Blades, where MEL'JARAK starts channeling a raid-wide AoE, and this is an optimal time to use big healing cooldowns or raid CDs to survive. If this overlaps with other mechanics of the ads, it could be quite damaging, so make sure that you keep an eye on any target that might be targeted with Corthic Strike. And that's gonna wrap up my Windlord MEL'JARAK quick guide. Unfortunately, there's been a bit of production delay, so right now I'm just posting VODs with some commentary to get some basic guides out there. This is probably going to be the case for Heart of Fear while we're progressing through it, But while I'm doing this, I'm still working on my detail guides for Mogashan Vaults, and I'm sure I'll catch up soon. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe to the channel for future content. As always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.